What is up, fam? Welcome back to Lethal Gaming. It's your gamer Lethal here, bringing you another casted Age of Empires game. Before we get started, let me quickly introduce the players. Blue as Lethal as Romans, and Alberto Mejanto is the Khmer, guys. We got Elephant, Cav, Civ, Verse, Infantry, Siege, Civ. Guys, it's been a fat minute. I started playing today and yesterday ranked games in AOE 2, trying to get back at it, but surprisingly I just played this game and won it, and it was very close. I could have lost, so let's talk about it. Let's take a look at what both of these players do, and I just want to post an AOE 2 video today, guys, because the last time I posted an AOE 2 video was like a billion years ago. I haven't really posted one in a while, and I know how much my cousins love my AOE 2 games. Shout out to you guys, Peter, Alex. Shout out to you, Alex. And yeah, let's keep it going and see what Red has to offer, guys. Standard gameplay 7 on board. I typically like to do 8. He is transitioning 1 on wood. Let's see what Lethal's doing. Lethal is 7 on food, 3 on wood. Typically I like to do my 8th villager lure in the boar, but some people do earlier, some people do slower boars. Doesn't matter, whatever floats your boat, whatever you like to do. Guys, look at these chickens, wild chickens. There are new updates to AOE 2, so I'm kind of excited to play it again. And boom. Guys, this is the first mistake I'll say. Notice how I lured the one on the side, not the one in the front. Try to lure the one in the front first, because it is better. But then again, if the opponent's north, this one's the front. If the opponent's east, northeast, that one's the front board. You'll see why in a minute. Red is taking down another boar. Homie already has like 3 on wood, and let's see what he's stocking with up in food here. 9. Okay, that's a pretty good number. Let's take a quick look. Boop. Red is starting to lure the boar. Let's see what Lethal does. Lethal notices it. He must have noticed it. His scout's up here, and Lethal's already surround sound going around with the scout, trying to flank him. Not sure where he's luring him, and then he's like, oh snap, that's my boar. Gotta quickly block off the scout and kill him, but it's not really working out. I mean, look at this guy, he's tanking these hits. Red is luring in the boar, and he's getting so close. How the heck did Lethal not manage to do it? I guess 3 HP hits aren't that strong, you know? And bam. This is like, okay. Oh, maybe I could attack the boar real quick. Boop. 1 second. Too late, unfortunately. Now Lethal's trying to snipe the boar. Oops. Miss micro there. Red steals the boar. He's at an advantage. Guys, Red has a healthier scout. Has his 3rd boar. He has a little bit of idle villagers and blah blah blah, but you know, it's not the end of the world. He is sending a scout to hunt down Lethal's scout. Lethal sends his scout all the way to the bottom. Rock bottom, guys. That freaking sucks. So Lethal instead puts 6 on berries, keeps 7 on food here, and he goes to these weird wild chickens. There's like a whole bunch of them. I think that's kind of cool that Age of Empires and the Age of Empires community has updated the game. Instead of having like 4 3 deer, you have like a whole bunch of wild chickens. It just adds a variety and adds a little bit of flex. I'm just getting a little bit of flavor to the game. So that's a fun update. Check this out, guys. Lethal is like, okay, I'm gonna go up this way, probably avoid a scout because he's hunting me, but then boom, he notices a scout and is like, yeah, let's not go that way, gotta go back around and cut away because Red might get a scout snipe. And at this stage of the game, if you're already down a little bit, better just to utilize your scout to scout. Simple as that. Red does transition 4 villagers over here. He is using 2 on a house. I am in lower ELO 1300, and just glad I won. Spoiler. But typically, you want to use 1 villager to build, guys. There's no need to do this right here, unless, of course, here we go. He's in feudal age. He's ready to build a stable. So it's just more, I guess, of a delayed timing there. Red's trying to poke around. Boop. Distract lethal. And whatnot. Has a lower HP villager. Lethal pulls the villager. And soon we'll take Fog of War off. Pop. Or actually, why not now? Check that out, guys. Lethal is just going to the corner, scouting, trying to avoid Red's ability to find the scout and kill it. Red knows that Lethal isn't feudal age, so homie is gonna be popping out. Boom, there's his first scout, guys. But one thing I'll tell you, as a defensive civilization, let's say you're delayed on your feudal age timing. Homie stole a boar, blah blah blah. Maybe you took out all your villagers like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know. Maybe he went Rambo, Sylvester Stallone style. But as a defensive player, you have the advantage because look, feudal age, bam, spearman. He just has 2 scouts, and before you know it, he's not attacking. Lethal, wake up. There he goes. Heard me. A spearman's up. Now you can defend with 1 spearman. You can probably block out 3 scout cavalry with that. You don't need much. So that's really nice. Let's quickly see what Red does here. He's trying to invade. Lethal notices, so he's using villagers to fight. Don't be afraid to use villagers to fight, because, you know, if you don't fight with your villagers, they'll just die. If you do fight, he'll most likely just run away. Lethal Scout is chilling, but obviously he's distracted by this. What the heck, Red? Put his scout over there in the corner. He is trying to surround, get some easy pickings, but it's not the case. Lethal, you know, Lethal did make a mistake this game. He has a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but he is liking the food. I mean, the wood. Trying to save up for castle age. That's Lethal's strategy, but homie doesn't have wood to build the 2 feudal age buildings to go and advance to the next stage. Red, on the other hand, he is 30 population, doing good, has 3 scouts in the field. He is almost fully walled. He did neglect this. This is where Fog of War is important, guys. Look at this. Lack of scouting. Notice his scouting. He could have just simply walled this off right here. Like, look, guys, this wall, and you avoid doing this huge maze. Just 1 wall. Boop. But if you look at blue fully scouted his circle and dipped. That's the first thing I typically do. That's my play style. I want to see where I can wall, where I can't wall. If you're planning to, excuse me guys, yawning for some reason. If you're planning to go aggressive and fight right off the bat, you can just turtle wall, or not even wall at all. Just keep your opponent at his base and keep attacking. So Red cheekily builds an archery range, has villagers queued, and is attempting to attack. Boop. Attacking blue. Picks off a spearman. Blue scout still alive, which is nice. That's good. That's good, guys. Look at this. Big mistake. 800 food, 300 gold, but homie can't go to the next stage because he doesn't have his market up. Quick wall. Good luck. Run. Don't die. Spearman's gonna get on right now. Run, run, run. Lethal's trying to quick wall, still hasn't clicked up to the castle edge. And you know why, guys? I misclicked. This is what happens when your opponent puts pressure on you. It does hurt, guys. If someone puts pressure on you, you tend to misclick, not play as well. Man, why am I yawning? Jesus. I'm not trying to fall asleep while doing a spectator casted game. Lethal using the market to wall off. Guys, market is really nice, especially if homie doesn't have 4+1. He can't shoot your villagers when you're walling off with the market. Just a little wall in case he's trying to run through. But now Red's like, you know, who cares? I'm gonna work my way around. So, boop. Let's see this field of view right here. Look at this. Homie's just gonna be like, oh yeah, Lethal filling it up. There's a hole, gotta wall that hole, send this villager away, and bam, there goes a villager, dead villager. Oh, that sucks. And this is perfect, because Red can just chill here, mess with this wood line. Not that it matters, there is a safe wood over here. Probably should have went here and walled it off. I didn't know that actually, now I realize that. And then just wall this off, put your wood here, and just go this way. But I noticed that later, instead I transitioned this way. That is kind of a fail on my part. Talk about lack of map awareness. I knew that what was there. I had this scouted, but look at this. I didn't scout that actually. See? Lack of scouting made me decide to go all the way to the other side eventually, but that's okay. We live and we learn, guys. Always scout every nook and cranny. You can use it to your advantage. Red is also going to the castle age, and he is building another archery range. Got housed. Rip. That's okay. You know, it does happen. 38 to 50 population, guys. Red has a huge advantage right now, or Lethal, with the military numbers and whatnot. But the thing is, sure, he has the military numbers. He's attacking. Lethal's hit the castle age. He has his double bit axe, or what is this one called? Bowsaw. Double bit axe is the one before, so he has Bowsaw coming up. He drops the town center, drops a siege workshop. He's gonna start producing 2 villagers at a time. He's gonna start producing siege weapons to kill this guy. Doesn't need to poke around with his spearmen. Lost 2 spearmen. I was thinking of trying to catch him off guard and kill some of his scouts, but instead I caught myself off guard and unfortunately lose 2 spearmen. Look at the floating wood. This is a good time to go build another TC somewhere. Could have built it like right here, honestly. It's not a bad spot. Gold wood. And dun dun dun. Let's see this little bit of action right here. Let's see this first battle. Lethal's running in with the spearmen, try to micro them a little bit. But dang, they're getting sniped. He is obviously trying to battle and multitask with his economy, but it is a little challenging if you're not fast enough. Should be able to clear this up. Looks pretty easy. I mean, look at that. 2 archers left over the little group that was there earlier. Red did pretty well with the scouts, trying to get his, you know, scorpion, but it doesn't work out because Lethal got villagers. You can prepare it. Look at all these idle villagers. That is a little bit of a fail, but you know, when you get it attacked, that's what happens. You get very disoriented, very unorganized. Got 16 villagers. Should have kept max 10 on this side, but that is what it is. So Lethal's just going scorpions, not producing villagers at the moment. Boom, as soon as I say that, he does queue them up. And let's take a quick peek. At 42 pop, 2 town centers, and a siege workshop. Lethal is killing in the castle age. Red is in the castle age, 55 pop. He is building his 2nd TC right now. And he has archers queued up. But most importantly, he has bloodlines. He has 2 knights. He has a lot of food. That's one thing to consider. Definitely floating a little bit of food. A little slow on queuing up the villagers, but that's okay, you know. He is buying wheelbarrow. Does have a solid amount of gold villagers, so he'll be able to keep producing knights. He's still trying to play the aggressive game. I mean, he has lethal on the edge of his seat. After all, might as well just keep attacking him, keep annoying him, and keep on being a nuisance. Lethal's built a monastery. And he's starting to pop out monks. That is actually really good. I was thinking, what else do I build? What else do I build? I got an extra amount of wood. It's like, why not go for relics and build some monks to heal troops, as well as counter any knight potential. It was mostly for the relics, but it worked hand in hand. I'm not sure if I noticed his knight earlier, but I definitely will notice now. And then I'm like, okay, time to use those monks to our advantage, because there are knights on the field. I'm looking to pull those monks and knights. Well, one monk actually, singular monk. But he does break through. I transferred all my villagers there, not here. Would have been nice to transfer them here, but then again, this could have been a pickle. So maybe it was better to build a TC and transfer my villagers to that side. Red's trying to poke around, but he's not going to get anything. Lethal already moved. Boop. I lied. He gets one villager. Lethal moved everything, his economy. And that's the only downside of a slow siege army, is that it's not really reactionary. Because it's slow. By the time you get somewhere, they can do damage, and then next you know they leave. And you don't get anything out of it. Red's poking around, got a villager, realized that Lethal cleared this area, so he's dipping. He obviously noticed the siege weapons. 71 pop, Red is 74 pop. Look how quickly Lethal caught up with the population. Villager count wise though, let's quickly check. Doesn't hurt to check, I guess. Oop, wrong one. So we're at 20, 40, 60 villagers for red, and for blue we're at 20, 40, 50, 60, looks like 62, 63, just a little bit more. I guess that earlier cancellation timing does help, but Lethal just got housed pretty bad, and Homie needs to start dropping some houses. He's only using one villager. He is buying researches though, so that's okay. Guys, I got housed pretty hard this game, like I think once or twice. But he is using more villagers to drop houses and expand his economy, which is nice. Red, on the other hand, Homie is the Khmer, so he did build a siege workshop, starting to build mangonels. He has a lot of gold. This guy can go to the Imperial Age right now. He is transitioning to scout, cavalry, light cavalry. Khmer plans to use this as his trash troop. Guys, it's always good to have at least one trash troop and one gold troop. So if he sticks to archers, that'll be his gold troop. If he sticks to knights and then paladins, that will be his gold troop. Another trash troop option would be obviously outside of light cavalry, pikemen, or skirmishers. And he's starting to raid on the west side of the map. Let's see what he gets to do. Look at this. Oh, one villager. One villager. Does Lethal notice this? He gets the kill. Yeah, Lethal's banking. Taking all his villagers out of there. Moving his army instantly. Pretty good reaction timing. Honestly, not playing for a couple months actively, I felt like it was a little hard to play. But I'm kind of surprised of how well I did, because typically if you don't play for a long time, you just suck. Red is at 95 population. He did click up to the Imperial Age, so kudos to him. He is still on 2 TCs. Lethal is on 3 TCs, and he has been on 3 TCs for a fat minute. So I guess that is kind of the mistake that Red made. He is using his monks to his advantage, and he's slowly trying to convert them, at least push them back. Sends a villager, wants to wall this off. Tell him to kumbaya elsewhere, because this is going to get walled off and hopefully not touched. But on the other hand, let's take a quick look at what Lethal's up to. Lethal is desperately trying to save for the Imperial Age. He is like, okay, I can get it. I can get it. I just need the last building. So he's dropping the university, quick building it with a whole bunch of villagers, trying to slowly get more gold. But you can mark it for gold. Oh, brother in Christ, will he get taken down? No, Lethal notices, pulls back his villagers, pulls back his monk, he dips. Red is still being the nuisance he was meant to be. He's pulling his whole army. This is safe world, technically, and he's like, alright, I gotta go here. He might be attacking me on this side. Lethal does have an outpost. Guys, see? Look at this outpost. Catches the castle, but there's nothing he can do about it. This is the slowest army ever. It's gonna sloth it up. Manages to get the relic. Red is in a good spot. Takes out the outpost. Lethal probably just notices it because he should have pulled that villager back and saved him. Every villager counts. Red hits Imperial Age. The first thing he does is conscription. He's building scouts and light cavalry. He has so much gold. Homie can literally buy a whole bunch of food and do something with it. I guess that is the downside of Red. Red spent a little too much on gold. Stayed on 2 town centers, but who cares, guys? This guy's 1k, almost 1,000 points above Lethal. He has 115 population. He is in the Imperial Age. He's building army. He's building monks. He has researchers. He's sustaining his economy. He is starting to queue up trebuchets. Lethal's like, oh snap. Well, Lethal is halfway, 56% to the Imperial Age. He's like, I gotta keep building pikemen. Universal pikemen. Good decision, because obviously Khmer are a cav civ. He most likely stick to cav. Red, guys, I'm too busy talking about Red. Look, he's trying to make an attempt to break through the walls. Lethal catches on, walls it off. You know, Easy does it every time. Red also pokes in here, loses some of his light cavalry. At this point, he can throw a few troops away here and there because he doesn't care. But he has a nice little knight group coming in around clutch, trying to do some damage. This is a mistake. He should have kept his archers up here or something and just kept poking around. But boop, there it goes. He's gonna attack, and this is a huge mistake. 23 villagers like this, guys, is so bad. Such a messy game for me. He attacks on 2 fronts, tries to distract me, and bam, he's gonna start going hammer. No, he's not. Why isn't he attacking those villagers? That's a mistake. Lethal sends a few pikemen here, trying to clean them up, but these are in Lethal's fog of war. He can see this. Why isn't he reacting? Because low-key, I did not see that. I was like, where the heck did these come from? I think I saw them earlier, but I thought he left. And then I was like, where did they come from? What the heck? Red in the background is building some siege weapons. He is building more siege workshops. I think what he's thinking is, how do I counter blue scorpions? Might as well build your own siege weapons. Pretty fast reaction timing, but definitely didn't look at the mini-map, guys. This is like a huge mistake. I was like, where do they come from? Obviously, I didn't see it. Now I do see it, so it's all pooch. Learn from your mistakes, wall faster, and keep an eye on your mini-map if you're not looking everywhere all at once, because it will help, essentially. Notice things that you don't really see, and maybe you're too busy to notice them, but if you're always looking at your minimap, you can see the slightest color difference in this huge lob of blue out here, and then just notice a little red, and then boom, react instantly, send some troops, bada boom, bada bang. Red has a few traps ready, and Lethal notices this castle, and he's gonna try to deny this castle, so he attacks. Guys, first Clash of Titans, let's go. Lethal 167 pop. Fighting Red cancels the castle. That is huge, guys. This could have been a pain in the butt castle, but the battle's only started, guys. 174 pop against 139. El Barta is ahead, but Lethal is catching up. He's starting to kind of decline and fall behind, but he does have heavy scorpions. 14, 7 plus 1, definitely a lot stronger than what Lethal has. Let's watch this fight and see what happens. Boom. Lethal is trying to spread his troops, but this is the worst part of army against Scorpion. They tend to freaking group up no matter what you do. Lethal's desperately trying to keep his castle alive. He is repairing it quite a bit, but that stone is running out. These halberdier have blocked half of the true villagers, so now it's not repairing fast enough. These trebs are making short work of this castle, which is nice, but as expected, Lethal is running out of stone. I mean, look, he is waiting also for his own heavy scorpion, but it's probably too late. You can't save this castle because these trebs are under a castle. That's like one hard thing to fight against during treb wars, is if their trebs are under castles, especially supplemented with siege. It's hard to get in there and kill them. Ren builds a third TC out here. Let's focus on the action. There should be more battles to come. And I guess that's his eco game. Blue is like, oh snap. Okay, so he's opening me up. Some of my economy is a little bit vulnerable. I mean, Blue does send one trap over here. Cleans up all these light cav. Or shall I say Hussar at this point. Well, he's going in for the Clash of Titans, guys. Let's go. Watch this battle. Look at this slaughter fest. Oh my goodness. And notice how these troops trail if you don't micro them. They like to follow one troop, get cluttered up, and then get slaughtered. But it's in the favor of Blue, honestly. Blue is winning. He has more siege, but all of his pikemen basically just got cleaned up. These monks are kind of useless in the background, but that's okay. Lethal just decided to move him. He's sending them over here to attack Red's second attempt to build his castle. Let's see if Red can get denied again, or let's just say, let's see if Blue can deny him again or Red can build it. Boom, he sends a huge swarm of villagers, looks like 20 villagers, but half of them are dead, and Red is fleeing, so denied attempt number 2. Over here, Red is winning. Lethal pulls his troops back because, guys, notice the mangonels. Mangonels are a nice addition to the army. Red is using lots of villagers. This means that he is losing a lot on his economy. Guys, Red is losing a lot on his economy. He's pulled like 20, 25 villagers. Blue is at 128, 38 pop. Red is at 159, but he is queuing up 4 villagers, so now he has 4 TCs. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't notice the other TC. He does have idle villagers, but screw that crap. Let's focus on the battle at hand. Blue is still killing some villagers for free, but dang. Those heavy scorpions make short work of Blue's halberdier. Red is still building a few troops. He has a 150 pop. Guys, this is a mistake on Red's part. You have to be at 200 pop. That is the goal. He does have 130 villagers. Just realized that's the number, which is good. 130, 140 is the best number. 120 is the bare minimum. But typically 120 is more towards team games versus 1v1 games. 1v1s, you want to have like 120, 130. And as I'm talking smack about Red not having 200 pop, let's talk smack about Blue. Sure, Blue is 170, losing lots of troops here and there, can't get there. But look at that, 118 villager count, not queuing up villagers with all that food. That's a huge mistake on Blue's part. He can use another 20 villagers, especially with the amount of troops that are just dying. But he is starting to slowly transition into Ram, because he's like, I need to kill these buildings, I need to attack his trebuchets, I need to attack his castles. How the heck am I going to do that if I don't somehow build some kind of weapon? Also, he is transitioning to Legionnaire, guys. Legionnaire are the upgraded two-handed swordmen. And instead of having our little, long swordsman, two-handed swordman champion, we go straight to Legionnaire, one of the strongest infantry troops in the game, I would say. At least I think they're really strong. But Teutonic Knights cream all infantry troops, basically. So let's see what Red's doing here. He's trying to go here and like poke around a little bit. Could definitely fix this palisade wall. Lethal fixed the palisade wall. Red attacked the palisade wall, but I guess it doesn't matter. There's a house behind it. Red is kind of wasting some of his cavalry just to pick on Lethal siege numbers, but I mean, it only goes so far. Lethal could have and should have walled this off. Just buy 100 stone, build a wall with a gate, so homie can't just run in freely. Red's at 170 pop. Look at his villager count, 133. He's building siege weapons. He's building cav. Out of 4 stables, that's kind of a mistake. Could have used a few more military production buildings, but in this case, he's not. He is fully raiding Lethal's economy, but it's not doing too much. He did kill some villagers here. Killed some villagers here. This guy just wants to keep, you know, he's trying to prove flat Earth and jump off the map, but it ain't gonna work. Not today, bro. Not today. And he's, guys, towards the end of the game, later in the game, he is trying to, you know, raid his economy. He is producing 4. This is a mistake, guys. You want to produce out of like at least 7 to 8 stables. It'll help in the long run. But Lethal has a solid army. Red's still attacking with his smaller numbers, but who cares? Red is still in the economy, killing villagers. That's really good for him. He is transitioning to two-handed swordman. As we notice, Red is buying militia line. He is buying chainmail. He is trying to build his own two-handed swordman, but let's see how fast he transitions. Red is in a pickle here. Blue is going forward. He's built 4 rams. Like, okay, I got my siege weapons to take down this castle. Time to attack. He sends all his army forward. He's fighting. His men are fighting. And you gotta micromanage these guys, because they will just walk after one cav, and cav being faster, they like to trail. Red already has long swordsmen. He is probably upgrading them. Blue's in a little tight pickle. He has 154 pop, 108 villagers, so much wood, but what is he doing to get his food numbers up? He also has some idle villagers, yada yada yada. His economy is a mess. He still has some troops behind and whatnot, but he's doing well on the offensive. He's taken down a town center, took down a castle. He's moving forward. He is grouping, regrouping. Red builds another defensive castle, another defensive castle. He is sending some cavalry here and a little bit over here. This is kind of a pain in the butt because he's getting free picky. This is a very nice micro by Red, getting free scorpions. And Blue is still pushing. He's going hard. Heart of Steel right here. Boom. Cast iron, battering ram, making its way through the buildings. He feels like he has the lead. He wants to maybe seal the game, but notice the castle positioning. This is going to be hard. He doesn't have enough troops. 4 rams. One's almost dead. Red's already pulling out hand cannoneers, so that's a great transition by El Barto. But Blue is trying to pull back, and these little guys get stuck, so they die. Notice that he's building again out of 3, but he is dropping more archery ranges in the back, which is nice. But you want to have more military production. I feel like that's what Red lacked this game. He's floating resources here and there, but that's okay. As long as you have 200 population, you can float as many resources as you want. Bam! Red does a heavy cavalry attack and takes out all of Lethal's siege weapons. That's the perks of having cavalry against legionnaires, because they don't die as fast. Halberdier would have slaughtered that in split seconds, but remember, legionnaires are still pretty strong, still pretty good. Good thing Red transitions to hand cannoneers. That's like your best counter right now against a full army composition. But you gotta be mindful. Excuse me, once again, hopefully the last time. You gotta be mindful of the siege supplementation. That's why he needs to either produce cav, or in this case, with a whole bunch of gold and wood, Homie can build a few scorpions of his own. He does have siege scorpions. And let's take a quick look. Red runs down here. Blue moves some army. He's chasing red down. And that is very nice, but gotta back up, Lethal. You gotta back up. He's taking you into a chokehold. The castle's on you. Boom. Lethal backs up. Lethal moves some of his army south because he notices all these freestanding villagers. 18 villagers. Lethal's also just battering the siege workshop. Might as well. I'm like, okay, I can't just walk to the castle, so I'm gonna blow through these buildings. Remember, archers and gunpowder only do 1 damage, so it's gonna take a fat minute to take down these these cap rams. So they only do 1 damage against cap rams. Look at that, 190 archer defense. So you're only gonna do 1 damage. And he is trying to block the castle. Lethal is trying to go for the castle. We'll see what comes of it in a second. Lethal also sends some troops down to clear these villagers. Red, on the other hand, is sending some Hussar. Lethal is still ramming this castle. 2 rams left. Use some cav, Red. Use some cav, Red. He is trying to repair it, but you can simply just send 3 Hussar, kill it. I guess it won't go down. He's sending Hussar down here, trying to clear up more scorpions. Red does pull back some villagers, and oh my goodness, will Lethal get this castle? Bam! Big mistake on Red's part. Lethal gets the castle. Should have just pulled 2 Hussar and killed those cap rams. This is a huge bonus of castles, guys. Look, I can't do anything. All my infantry come. Too bad he is getting railed here and losing some villagers, but you can't do anything. Castle stands, units chill. You can only attack the little things. You can't move forward into the economy. Homie could have deleted these if he ever hit 200 pop, but apparently he hasn't hit 200 pop at all. Lethal, on the other hand, is at 200 pop capped. He is buying siege ram as we speak. Cleared up this area. No wood for him. Red, on the other hand, boom, guys, we just missed it. Took down Lethal's castle, has 3 traps, built a castle of his own, starting to build more production buildings, good for him. Taking Lethal's stone. Lethal should have taken his stone a long time ago. Lethal is bringing some troops here, trying to react, but on the other side, Lethal is attacking with siege ram, guys. These bad boys, 195 armor, and they deal a lot more damage. Red is cheekily trying to build a gate to block that, but who cares? He is invading Red's economy. Red pulls some halberdier, guys. Notice that's a messy game. Now there are 3 fronts in battle. He's coming up here. Red moves down here. Red is bringing the siege weapons. Blue is still fighting. Castle just fell down. He is bringing in his siege weapons to clear this out. There's a lot of bloodshed. Come on, Blue, move your troops. Let's see how these scorpions do. And there is a lot of combat and action. Red pulls away. He brings his traps forward. Now he's pulling back. So now Red is on the retreat. He did his economy damage. Disoriented Lethal's eco, but Lethal is chilling. He has plenty of resources. He can rebuild as many troops as he needs to. His eco is solid at 93 villagers. How is that possible? I just realized he has 93 villagers, guys. The 130 rule does not apply to me this game. Somehow it doesn't. Blue is killing Red's most expensive siege units. He's like, alright, screw this. I'm just going to send him. I'm going to kill everything here and kill his castles. Boom. Scorpions just slaughtered. Missed that. I guess Red didn't pay attention. And G freaking G. He calls it GG. He did a few comments, say it was a bad game, this, that. He played well. He just had a solid economy. He just didn't have the military capacity to keep going. He doesn't have enough production buildings. He doesn't max 200 pop and have the advantage over Lethal. Like, let's take a quick look, guys. Look at this. 67 infantry, 18 siege, 1 monk. Da-da-da-da. So we're talking around 80, 85 troops for Blue. Let's see what Red has, even though he just got slaughtered. Red has 30, 40 troops. With this dead, he probably had like another 60, 70. So I guess he wasn't doing too bad, but He's at 168 pop. Homie can use more troops and whatnot. Guys, let's take a quick look at the turtle strat. Look, his turtling opened up. Didn't matter though. He was on the aggressive the whole time. Lethal finally just broke through his turtle wall, but he's already quitting the game. Red had 4 TCs at one point. Solid play by him. Notice how many castles he built. And one thing I'd say, Red could have used Khmer elephants. I don't know why he didn't transition into Khmer elephants. They can fire 2 scorpion shots. They're like heavy scorpions, but on an elephant, and they fire 2 of them. Ballistic missiles, whatever you want to call these scorpion arrows, and that is a really strong thing against infantry troops as well as siege because they're tanky. But he stuck to the cavalry. He's transitioned to gunpowder and tried to win the game that way. Blue made a few mistakes, guys, like not fully walling, always letting Red get into his base. How many villagers did he kill? Like a bazillion? 94 population. Look at this. Look at what Blue's doing here. They're having a party, 34 guys, but it's a messy game. As you can tell, there's like fighting here, fighting here, fighting here. A lot of things going on at once, but Lethal, the better player, wins. And I put my rating at 1318 after winning this game. Made me really happy because when I reached 1300, I was like, I'm never going below 1300. And I was at 1298 because I lost a few ranked games a few months before I took a break playing. Guys, I think I haven't played AOE 2 in 4 months, so I'm more than happy with what we did today and the games we won and lost. We did lose a few here and there, but I just wanted to do a good game where I was losing the whole time, but I ended up getting a clutch victory because I outplayed my opponent, and he should have, like I said, for the 10th time, just built more military. Instead of producing from 4 buildings, you produce from 10. And he stopped producing siege scorpions. He should have continued to produce scorpions. Largest army, 87. He kept his army at 66 most game. His economy was definitely solid. Look at this. Boom, boom. Lethal, although did do better wood because he was focusing more on siege. Until towards later in the game, he went full infantry basically with supplementing siege. Had plenty of castles in stone and gold. He imperial quicker, castle age a little slower, but feudal really fast with that extra boar. 138, we did hit 129 high. So kudos to Red playing with a better eco. Having 5 castles is solid. 4 glorious battles. GG, well played, guys. Stay lethal. Hope you enjoyed this 1v1. Take care, and I'll catch you next time.